Milkins with a decent break off. It's a shot that's become more and more important in recent years due to the high level of long potting on tour these days. So Rob will be very keen to get in here and impose himself on this match. He's seen John Higgins is still in fine form. He won't want to be offering too many chances to John this morning. It looks like they're going to be punished. So important for Rob to get involved in this match.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked at the potential pot into the left corner, but he had a little shake of his head, and it's a bit risky, especially the way John has set off in the opening frame, more or less winning it with one visit when that's 65, so he's trying to get a good safety shot here. But as Rayan said in the studio, he's not just a potting machine, Robert Milkins. He's a very good tactical player, and there's an indication of just how good he is. But the reds are open beautifully now, so any mistake could be costly.
Foul and a miss. Robert Milkins 4.
Well, that one had to be so thin. I'm sure John will have another go at this, but you can see the problem. It's coming across the face of the red. Anything slightly thicker than paper thin is going to make contact with the corner pocket or the black on the way back up to baulk. So this is such a difficult shot he's attempting here. He'll have one more go at it. If he missed it this time, I'm sure he'll change his mind.
Foul and a miss.
Now then, he'll get a warning.
Robert Milkins 4.
Yeah, referee. There's 3 misses and you lose the frame, but it shows you what a great safety shot that Robert Milkins played. Almost just fractions away there. He might finish up taking this pot on now.
Thanks for poor contact is available. A third fatal will result in the frame being awarded to your opponent.
First one ever to lose when that rule came out was Steve Davis lost to Ken Doherty in the Masters, the Irish Masters, in the final frame. Can you believe that, Joe? Schoolboy error from the 6 times former champion of the world, Steve Davis. Doesn't make many errors. Oh, he was close to the pot as well, but he had to have a go. There was no other shot available to him there.
Yep, don't blame him for that one at all. Rob, choice of red, one into each corner. If the whole pocket's available here, and then this will be the preferred choice for both reds. The cue just landed in a place where it's not easily reachable for Rob, and it's one of them positions on the table where you don't really want to use the rest either, because you're not far enough away with the rest, so he's sort of stretching a little bit here. Yeah, and you can see he didn't hit that one well at all. Just look where the cue ball's landed, and it was a bit of a reach, so it tells me Rob's not as confident as some players on tour using the rest, maybe, because that was a bit of a stretch.
I'm surprised he didn't use his little extension. I'm not sure if Rob carries one, but would have helped him to reach that shot there. This is awkward as well. Another bit of a stretch for John Higgins. But they were just playing safety, so no real problem. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? He'd be playing the safety shot, but every chance of a potential plant, as you can see, quite a distance between them. But it's more about the safety shot. But if the plant goes in, he could drop on a baulk colour, so it could be a bonus. Not quite. Didn't want to hit the green. That's snooker players. I keep saying it's a snooker player's pet hate when you play a safety shot and the white comes down and knocks one of the baulk colours onto the cushion. It doesn't half annoy you.
Yeah, disappointed with that one, understandably. Caught the red much too thick. Red come back up the table and caught the white on the way back. Unlike Rob to make a safety error like that.
It was amazing how those reds just seemed to open and leave the path through for this one. It was like, you can see they actually can't believe what he'd just done. But yeah, they seemed to just part and leave a path through for this one. Yeah, it was quite unusual how that path opened up there. Let's have a look. You see this? It's cannoned into all sorts, and all of a sudden the path appears.
Six.
Far from straightforward, this chance. Pink and black not in regular position. John, the break building expert that he is, will no doubt have a thought process in plan already. How to get pink or black back into open play. It's going to be very difficult to construct this break, having to keep going up for the blue.
Seven.
So straight away he plays for the pink in the middle, but I wonder where it'll go once it's respotted. That pink spot area looks pretty congested. It may respot, but then how many pockets will it be available into? All will be revealed in the next few shots.
Oh, that might be okay.
13.
Yeah, the pink's available into the right corner, so in a few shots' time, if he can remove the red that's near the left corner, blocking the pink into that pocket, it will open the game up quite a bit. He's already thinking about that. He'll be thinking, well, maybe about 3 shots ahead at the moment. And straight
14.
away, should be able to play for that red now that's blocking the path into the left corner. And they were looking at that, maybe. Yeah, he was still able to play on that. And this now opens the game up. I mean, he was on the black there, but there was no
20.
use potting the black. He's got the pink to work with, and well, Robert scratching his head there might be sitting in the seat for a while.
21.
Yeah, that little passage of play there just demonstrates why John Higgins has made over 1,000 centuries in his career. It didn't look like a very inviting table when he potted that first red, but break only up to 21, and already it's a frame-winning opportunity for someone like John. About playing the right shots at the right time in the right order. That's why he's been so
27.
good for so long.
$28.
Just let that one drift a fraction too far. If he can just pot this blue and avoid all the contact on the reds, just drop on and off the cushion for red into left corner. Yeah, he could just about miss the red, so
33.
back in absolute prime position. Need to be straighter on this red, so may have to just use a red here when potting this one just to guide the cue ball back into perfect position. Got to get these little nudges and cannons absolutely bang on, otherwise you completely out of position. End of break.
$34.
Is he going to be hampered here? Black might just spoil things, as we show you. You're never absolutely certain where the cue ball's going to finish when you're canning into other balls, and I think he's going to have to bridge over that. Let's have a look. Well, he can just cue to the side of it, so that's a help. Yeah, had he have been hampered with the black, that pot would have been very difficult. But he's opened these up very
40.
nicely, and it's always a treat to watch this man break build. Because as Joe said, there wasn't a lot on when he started, but look at the way he's got them now. So can he keep things going here?
$41.
You can't do anything about this, Robert. He's just buzzing at the moment. It's, 5 times he's won this Welsh Open. So, you're watching a master at work here. The Wizard of Wishaw. What a good nickname that was. Alan Hughes gave him that nickname, who used to do all the snooker on television. Sadly passed away not that many weeks ago. It was a great character. Yeah, he gave all the players sort of nicknames, did Alan Hughes.
$47.
Yeah, pink going back onto its own spot. Doesn't completely spoil things, but it's a bit more tricky for John now. I would have ideally like to have kept that red on the pink spot and left the pink on the black spot, but so just got a slight change of plan now. He's going to just open that area of the table up. Not sure if he can get on the pink off of this red. He may be able to. If he can, that would really help. Then he can just move the red to the left of the pink and he's back in prime position.
48.
Well, he clearly had plenty of room there, so no problem at all for John. And he's edging closer, break up to 48, lead of 40. Yeah, and if you're Rob Milkins, you're a little bit concerned, just really because how well your opponent's playing. And someone like John Higgins, he doesn't let up. He can do this all day.
He seems to have sharpened
54.
up again. For a couple of seasons ago, he would be flying along, John, and then all of a sudden he'd miss something easy. Well, it was a little lapse in concentration or focus, but that certainly doesn't
55.
seem to be the case these days. He's back at his best, you would have to say.
$61. $62.
So, 54 lead. This pink takes him to 60 ahead with 67 remaining, so just one more red wanted after this pink disappears. And this has been an absolute masterpiece of work from John Higgins. This has
68.
been pinpoint positional play from start to finish in this break. It wasn't
69.
easy at all. He made it look pretty straightforward. Excellent stuff from John Higgins.
$75.
He's just going to have to sit there and be patient because can't do anything about this. I was just looking, Joe, the day before the World Championship starts at the Crucible, John's going to be 50. So that'll be a milestone. Do you think he could lift the world title at the age of 50? Never know. Does this red pass, or is that
83.
the end of the break? Might have to play the plant. Yeah, it's the plant if he's going to continue.
John Higgins, 83.
Oh, he didn't miss the mark, but never mind. A wonderful contribution of 83 for John Higgins. Sees him double his lead. He now leads this match by 2-0.
Yes, he could do with this frame. Short sprint, first to 4 frames. Wins the match, and 3-0 behind against John Higgins. Well, that would be a mountain to climb. But he is an inspirational player, is Robert, and if he gets an opportunity, he can win a frame in a matter of 10 minutes. But you've got to get the chances, and he's going to have to play some good tactical safety play to create the chance. And if John takes this on, it's a tricky white. He might be able to get around the back of the black, but yeah, this needs good queuing. Not straightforward, this one. Oh dear me. And he found the gap between the black and red, but
One.
boy, is he queuing well this morning. With another look at that.
Yeah, wonderful opening red from John Higgins. Followed by the brown, just played into an area there. He was, I think, ideally wanting to get on the red to the left of the black. That gives him perfect access to the black. It's the black back on its spot, and off we go again. But not come quite far enough. It's still potable. It's the more difficult pot of the 3 or 4 that are available to him, so may wait 1 or 2 goes, but when he's looking at it, you can see there, he'd love to pot this red, get the black back on its spot. It looks pretty straightforward on the screen, but it's not. It's play at a horrible pace, so taking the easier pot this time. That red can wait for another day.
Six.
Yeah, he's looking sharp out there, thinking very clearly, as you would expect. It's great to watch when he's in this sort of form. Well, that was clearly the other reason he wanted to get the black back on the spot. Pink spot's covered. And it's going to be there for some time until he opens the red. So, again, not a straightforward break building opportunity this for John Higgins, but I'm sure he'll work it out.
13.
Yeah, the previous frame, they weren't perfectly placed. I mean, he had an awful lot of thinking to do because of the way the balls were situated, but he worked it all out and he just didn't make a mistake. This used to be quite a tough game to play, Joe. Well, I remember. But he makes it look so easy.
19.
Turned professional in 1992, and I remember practicing with him when he just come on the scene. He used to go into Spencer's Club in Stirling, practiced along with Stephen Hendry. And he'd be the first to say, I mean, he practiced so much with Stephen Hendry. He became world champion and world #1 within 6 seasons. I mean, that was incredible.
$27.
So the red just slightly detached from the main bunch. Play on that one next, and I just wonder if John will purposely leave himself short on that red, low on the red, so he can pop that one and bring some others into play. It's a popular shot these days with the players because you've got complete control, or almost complete control with a cue ball. You can bring reds into play, you know you're going to be on a colour. Much more popular way of playing these days rather than just going into the pack with lots of force and hoping for the best. Yeah, so John's purposely left the cue ball low here on this red.
33.
Pop the red either top through or screw off the bunch, back out into open play, be nicely on a colour, and then if you're Rob Milkins, you start to fear the worst.
34.
Yeah, he played it well, didn't he? Give himself every chance of being on 4 colours there, but it's just landed about as awkward as it possibly could have.
Yeah, I think if he rolls the blue and he can't hold for that red that's near the right corner pocket, he'd slip past that because of the angle he's got on the blue, and he's near the cushion, so Robert will be hoping that something can go wrong here, but at the moment you see he's digging down so that he can create a bit of an angle here. He wasn't perfectly placed there, so just for the moment
39.
slightly out of position, but one good shot here and he could be back in prime position.
Yeah, apart from the initial red, this is the toughest pot John's had to face in the last frame and a half. So this is a proper tester, this one.
And he wasn't comfortable, was he? So he's got up, back down again. Is that going to affect the shot? Yeah. It was amazing. He wasn't comfortable the first time he was down on the shot, and Robert knew that that wasn't a straightforward pot, but back in prime position again, and okay, it didn't go right in the centre of the pocket, but the pace he played it at, it was always going to accept the ball there in the pocket. Yeah, this game's can be terrible at times. You get yourself ready for a match, you're up against one of the all-time greats, you're looking forward to go out there, and you don't get a chance. You sit in your seat and you're having to watch your opponent just win the frame with one visit.
47.
Yeah, but Rob's been around a long time. He won't be liking it, obviously. He wants to be out there potting all the balls and showing everyone what he can do, but he will be fully respectful of what John Higgins is doing here. This is an absolute masterclass so far. So the break moves on to
53.
53. And that black is still exactly where it was at the start of this break. So he made 53 without even attempting to bring the black into play. Classy stuff from John Higgins. Just a few more pots away from securing another frame in one visit to the table.
$54.
Even that shot there, he's in so control of the cue ball at the moment. He's putting it exactly where he wants most of the time. Just had one little difficult pot to take on, and Robert will be getting himself ready for the next frame, because he's going to have to win 4 frames in a row against
59.
the 5 times champion here. At the moment, that's okay, that'll go, but at the moment Robert just can't get to the table. He hasn't potted
60.
the ball, Robert, for something like 45 minutes, but he's not getting any chances, is he?
Yeah, John Higgins just showing everyone the secret to this game. Yes, you've got to pot the balls, but pretty much most professionals and top amateurs can pot the balls. It's cue ball control and shot selection. That is
66.
the key to being one of the game's top players. And there are not many out there better than John Higgins.
$67.
At the top of the show, Sean Murphy was saying that he thought Mark Williams might as well wrap the trophy up and get it ready for Mark Williams. But I'll tell you what, the way this fella's playing, they might need 2 trophies, one for each of them.
72.
Can he knock this long break in for a possible century? Not quite, but he'll be a little bit
72
disappointed. But once again, one chance, one visit, and he's gone 3-0 into the lead, and now just needs one more frame for victory.
And it's frame 4. Robert Merkins to break.
So Rob Milkins 3-0 down, first to 4 with it all to do. But really, you can't really have any complaints. He's not done a great deal wrong. He missed the tricky red in the first frame. Another missable red in one of the other frames, and that's about it. Sometimes you need some help from your opponent, and he's not getting any today whatsoever. John Higgins has been in fine form.
That was funny as he came to the table to break off. Robert said over to John, "You going to give me a shot?" And they both were smiling at each other, so that was nice to see. And look at this for an attacking safety shot. Sending the red purposely into the bunch to open things up. Well, Robert is going to have a go at this long red, and when you haven't potted the ball for so long, 47 minutes since a pot, this would be... Wow, cracker. Absolute cracker that was. Well done. And the crowd enjoyed that as well. That was a fabulous shot.
One.
Shot of the match so far.
Take a look at that shot again. He potted a red similar to that in the very first shot of the match, and it was unlucky when he went into the reds.
9.
He's flying around the table here. Just needs to be careful not to play too quick. We know Rob likes to play fast, but you don't want to do anything careless, because we've seen that any mistakes today are going to be absolutely punished. I just wonder, has he come far enough
16.
for this red here? I don't think he has. So I can understand him wanting to get at it and get on with it and get some table time, but you still got to be very careful. Oh, look at that stat, 20% table time. You don't see that too often. Just goes to show how well John Higgins has played. Oh, them reds are... They're close to the corner, but they're not a plant. That'd be way too risky. Shot.
17.
Not easy at all. A thin one. And Rob, very, very keen. Keep this going. It's actually not a bad chance now.
21.
Still got 4 open reds. Black's available into this right corner, and very shortly be available into both corner pockets.
22. $29. 30.
Yeah, you can get on that red that's behind the black here. And then the hard work starts. He's only the one loose red then away from the bunch, and good angle on the black here would give him an opportunity to bring some of them into play. Oh, that's a bit careless. He just... Okay, he's got away with it, but that was a golden
35.
opportunity there for Robert. Just cued slightly across that one.
Yeah, he was up very quickly off that one, wasn't he? He knew he'd caught the red too thick. The red's come round the table and back up past the middle line. So choice here for John. Take it long into the corner. Nicely on the blue. Well, imagine that'll be his preferred choice. He's playing so well.
1.
No doubt, was it? In the middle of the pocket. No question whatsoever who's going to knock that red in. He looks so confident out there. And again, he's 35 behind this time, but the reds are nicely situated. And if anything, this is more straightforward than the previous 2 breaks he's made. As we all know, the last frame is often
6.
the more difficult to win, even if you're a serial winner like John Higgins. Still that element of getting over the winning line.
Seven.
I nearly put a little careless one in there. That wobbled a few times. It's not perfect, this. He's got 2
14.
potential pots, but not straightforward to just drop on the black again. The pink won't go into the left middle pocket. So he's got to give this a little bit of thought here. Might be the one into the right middle that'll get him onto the black again. He's now looking at the one into the corner. He's got a choice of 3 reds, but all 3 reds are just slightly awkward. This is the best one for positional purposes.
15.
Well, look at them now. Look at the way they're sitting now. And well, he had his chance there, but he'd been kept off the table for 3 frames. I don't think he's missed a pot yet so far this afternoon, or this morning, I should say.
22.
I don't think he's missed one that mattered, Dan. He's missed a couple that have stopped him going on to make
23.
a century break, but frame was well won by that time. Yep, we've said it a few times, but this has been exemplary play from John Higgins. Just needs to put the finishing touches on now, really. Normally we'd be saying there's still a lot to do here. Needs this frame for victory. Still behind in the frame. Got to put all these reds and colours, but the way he's playing, you just expect him to do it. You'd be shocked if he didn't do it the way he's played today.
30.
And so fluent and quick. I mean, we're not up to the hour mark just yet. As you can see, coming up to 59 minutes, and there might not be many more minutes left in this match, the way John's queuing.
38. $45. 46.
'Well, I'm going to just take for granted he's going to do enough to win the frame and match here, Dan.
53.
But the only thing he hasn't given us today is a century. So it'd be lovely to see John sign off this match with a century break. The match deserves one. Well, John Higgins deserves one with how he's played
54.
so far.
I'm going to make a little prediction here, Joe. I bet he doesn't go to the practice room straight after this match. What an exhibition of break building and potting this has been. I mean, he's done very little wrong, Robert, but
61.
just cued across that one. Otherwise, he had a good chance there. But once he missed it, I bet he feared the worst.
$62.
Now is John going to finish this match off with a century break for my colleague Joe Perry? Just about okay. Just needs this red.
68.
Okay, it's not dead straight. He's just had a quick glance at the scoreboard. All about the pot to secure the match here. And can
John
you
Higgins,
believe it?
68.
You said, Joe, sometimes winning the frame that gets you over the line, even for the greats, sometimes not straightforward, and we couldn't see that coming there. That was match ball there. The yellow was a distraction, and the double kiss means that it's a thin one, but this will cut back into the pocket, I think. It's very thin. He's coming around to look at the angle, but it's a very thin one. It doesn't look too bad on our overhead picture, but it's a thin snick. Can you believe it? Where's the white?
Foul.
Where's the white? Wow.
Well, I'm in absolute shock then. I don't really know what to say. I can't believe John's last two shots. He's been perfect in this match, and he's missed the red. He would never get to miss, and then he's followed it up with another one. And from nowhere, Rob Milkins can drop this red in. Any colour will do, and he's got the colours on their spots to win a frame today.
Do you know that last shot that John played? If he pots the red and still goes in off, it's the one occasion where you can win a frame with a foul shot, believe it or not, because Robert would have needed snookers, but he's not finished yet. Beautiful shot. Look at this for position.
8.
Didn't see this coming a couple of minutes ago.
10.
We'd signed Robert off in this year's championship. We thought he was done and finished, but well, just a routine colour clearance, but not routine with how little table time he's had, and he's got to get them. But
13.
for Rob Milkins, this is an absolute gift.
Oh, and the brown's going to go over the middle pocket. He needs the blue to come to his rescue, and it's not
Robert
going to do
Milkins.
so.
13.
Oh, he walks away shaking his head. He had a chance to keep himself in this year's Welsh Open. But John, looking at the score, I think John's in a bit of shock, as you said. Two shots that he missed there. He never looked like missing anything. And
4 frame and match.
yeah, that is the match. And Robert Milkins, you didn't do much wrong. You were up against the 5 times former Welsh Open champion, who was in devastating form, winning all the frames with a frame-winning break. You can't do better than that. And he runs out a very comfortable winner in the end, 4 frames to 0. He's going to be the man to beat, I think.